So if you haven't been following all the developments with DC, let's start here at the top. First and foremost, Warner Bros. Has been bought by Discovery Media, and it's merging into Warner Discovery. They bought them for $43 billion. Now, this is important because, Warner Bros. Owns DC and all the movie rights. The new heads at Discovery are very interested in basically restarting the DCEU, which they want to bring back characters like Superman. They want a couple more movies like Joker. Hopefully it sticks to Joker and kind of that world. And they really want to restart the whole Justice League push. Now that's super important because a lot of the DC films have some big question marks around them. So Black Adam just had its screenings and now it's heading to quote unquote unplanned reshoots. That's first and foremost. We don't know anything about the screenings. No one's allowed to talk about them. But just right off the top, that's kind of a red flag. But
it's a bit of a worrisome,
worrisome, but it's also not because, there are still films. Apparently Thor 4 is in reshoots. Maybe not done. Who knows? If you believe rumors, I don't know. But so it could be bad, it could be good. We don't know. But that movie got pushed. More worrisome is there is an ongoing Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial for Johnny Depp is suing Amber Heard for defamation. And it is a very crazy trial. We're going to get into it. I'm just going to read off the rest of the news here first. But Amber Heard is not looking great in the public eye at the moment.
Not at all. I don't think she ever did, in a sense, like at least to her, what she wanted.
Right.
But even worse now.
Yeah, she does not looking good. And Walter Hamada, the head of DC for now, was at the trial and he testified that they actually considered recasting her for Aquaman 2. And look, Aquaman 2 just got pushed. Who knows what's going to happen? But at this moment in time, I'm not sure DC and Warner Bros. Is going to stick with Amber Heard in that film. So that's another thing happening. On top of that, Ezra Miller got arrested for literally threatening a couple's life. He said, I will bury you.
It was really bad.
Now, this is a little bit of a breaking news. The Hawaii couple actually dropped the charges against them, which I'm assuming somebody gave somebody a little bit of cheddar cheese for the troubles, which I shouldn't make a joke about threatening someone's life. Don't do that. But now there's supposedly Ezra Miller's projects at WB have been put on pause. WB has come out and said that's not true. We're not commenting, but you see where we're getting at here. We got a lot of problems.
I can't help but think of that meme from who's the guy who plays Olaf, who does the voice of Olaf? That
Josh
comedian actor, Josh Gad. That meme from he goes, "What is happening?" Do you know that one?
Yes.
It's the best. So, anyways, I can't help but think WB is just like executive is like that.
Yeah, I'm
just bloodshot eyes. Like what the fuck?
So I think we start with the very top of that news. That's all the news. Thankfully,
let's do it
all. So we'll start with the very top. Discovery potentially relaunching DC. What do you think about it, Ed? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, look.
You for it, against it?
Any news for a change on DC, I think, is a good thing because let's be honest. Like, does anybody really care at the moment? Like, it's very little. I mean, I don't want to put any of the DC fans out there who enjoy these films. That's fine. However, you guys have to admit that the general population, and of course, into reference to the MCU, it's not the DCU is not anywhere near the status of that, and largely has had a lot of snafus and middling reviews for their stuff, and quite frankly, there's just no coherence, right? And it's a good thing because I think particularly because where's this news coming from? Who's the new guy? Is that what's the Iger of that? Of who just
they haven't hired the Iger yet. They want Walter Hamada is the head of DC.
Or who's the head of WB Discovery now?
Oh, I don't remember his name.
David.
That sounds super familiar. Hold on.
I'm sorry if you can look that up. Yeah, but he's stating, we want to basically make this like the MCU, and I think that's the smartest thing to finally come out. It's just like, guys, stop thinking you're like above them, that you're better than the MCU in some other ways. Like, no, everyone's looking. The world is looking at the DC universe against the MCU universe, and there's nothing. They're not escaping that. It's a black hole of awesomeness, and it's forever going to be put aside next to that. So yeah, go ahead and look and accept it, embrace it.
Yeah.
And how do we do that? How do we do what they're doing?
Right.
And so we can just give good stories and things that the fans want to see straight up, period. And that sounds exactly what this gentleman, and I'm sorry for getting his name.
David Zaslav.
There we go. I was thinking like Zaslav or something.
Yeah, you're pretty close.
Okay.
Zaslav, yeah.
So that it sounds like that's his plan for the DC, to basically give it the MCU studios, the Marvel Studios treatment. So
right, which
I'm all for it.
It makes sense, right? Because most rational comic book fans, I know the Snyder fans wouldn't call them rational. They are, they rush through it to build you. There was no universe building, so we were just all supposed to just like this Superman, which I have really no problem. I didn't really love Man of Steel, but I don't mind Henry Cavill as Superman.
I love Henry Cavill as Superman.
Yeah, I didn't love Man of Steel.
I didn't like Man of Steel.
Him.
No, me either. Me either.
Look, and they were supposed to just be okay with Ben Affleck as Batman, be okay with Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, and she was arguably the best one until Jason Momoa showed up as Aquaman. He's been great. I've really not liked the casting of Ezra Miller as Flash, but people love it. I say I get it. He's an acquired taste, but I do think he's a talented actor. Don't threaten people. But so they rushed through it, and now they're having to kind of back up and restart everything because you didn't do it right. It's like the movie Cars. The very when he's paving the road, Lightning McQueen. And he rushes through it, and the road is so shitty. I'm going to pretend
I've seen Cars. Yeah.
You've never seen fucking Cars?
I've never seen fucking Cars, dude.
You've never seen Cars?
I've never seen Cars. What? Fucking fire me. I don't know. Like
what?
I don't know.
It's
love
not my
Cars. Thing. I'm sure it's great. I'm not saying it's bad. I've literally never seen it. I'm sorry for the Cars fans out there.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. So but when you rush through something, you don't do it right. So that's what they're doing. They're having to restart. And I think it's a great idea. I think they should bring back a Superman. I don't know if it'll be Henry Cavill Superman. I know Michael B. Jordan has a black Superman project. I can't remember the character's name. He's not Clark Kent. He's a different Superman from the comics. I know that. But
was that greenlit? That's in current production?
I think the script is being written.
I heard something about that. Yeah. I don't know how far they are into that.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, what does this mean for the current in production DC films? I think we see Batgirl get finished. I think we see Blue Beetle get finished. But I do think they're going to get. I don't know
about that movie.
I don't know why they went
with Blue Beetle. What the fuck is Blue Beetle?
Hey, it's basically Ant-Man. He's basically Ant-Man. Kind of.
God. Okay, whatever.
Anyway.
It sounds like a Haribo candy. Like Blue Beetle.
So hey, I'm all for it. I think they should restart. Just it doesn't matter at this point. You're not going to catch up to Marvel, so don't even play the game.
We've been wanting it for years. We've been telling them, take a break, stop, breathe, take it in. Yeah, because you just keep going is not working, brother.
Exactly.
No, stop.
I mean, Peacemaker worked, but Peacemaker worked because you took a story that you took this guy that was hated and you gave him a backstory that was just misunderstood and had a terrible life, and he's actually not that bad of a guy.
Also, they had a little person on that production called James Gunn.
I mean, they gave him complete control.
Who knew he would make something amazing like this little indie dude?
Hire great storytellers, you might be better off. But let's go from that to the Amber Heard stuff. Amber Heard, Johnny Depp stuff. So Ed and I, we've caught up on the case this week. The case started last week.
Yes.
So last Monday. And it has been nuts, guys.
It's been batshit crazy. Also,
right?
Just to remind people, the whole thing has been a thing since 2016. Like probably even before that a little bit. Like it's been 6 years, 7 years.
Right. Yeah. And
that this thing's happening.
To put it in perspective of how crazy it is, and we'll get into the movie part, but to put it in perspective, like there's Johnny Depp just had like a makeup artist come on and basically explain how Amber Heard could not have had bruises. So he's saying he's claiming he never actually hit her. And we should preface by saying, I think both these people were never meant to be together and were very bad for each other. And they both should have just been no.
I don't know if there's been any more truthful statement that I've ever seen.
Like these two people were clearly not meant for each other, and it's
pretty clear.
But anyway, yeah. So there's been statements about how Amber Heard slapped Johnny Depp while his mother was in the ICU. How Amber Heard spit in her assistant's face. How Amber Heard claims that she had bruises and then she used this miracle cream, essentially, that the bruises just went away. And people have come out saying that's not how bruises work. If you're bruised, you're bruised. You can kind of hide it, but you can't just make it go away. Even a professional makeup artist can't make it go away. Mm-hmm. So there's been a lot of like negative things coming out toward Amber Heard at the moment. And next week, I think we'll hear more negative things come out toward Johnny Depp. But look, Johnny Depp's career is pretty much already in the dumpster. They recast him in that Fantastic Beasts movies. Which is sad, you don't want it to be because he seems like a fine person. I don't know.
I don't know. Like, right. This is a shearsay type of trial or whatever. Yeah. Hearsay, she say. And that's like, what the words we don't know. Right. But I mean, yeah, based off like what I've seen so far, like I'm just going to say bitch is crazy, but yeah, who knows? We'll see.
It's intense stuff. It's messed up stuff.
It's really messed up stuff. And I was watching. I was watching on the way to Vegas yesterday to kill 4 hours of driving.
You watched the testimony.
I watched one testimony, and again, I'm not trying to be biased. It's just that it had the most views, so I was like, okay, what's this guy up to? And it was Johnny Depp's like one of his best friends like for 40 years. So obviously there's some bias there. It's for but. That guy was just first of all, that dude's fucking awesome. I don't know if you've watched it. He's like this dude from like New York. He has this crazy accent, but he's just like the chillest guy. He's just awesome, and he says things straight up. And one of the things I love that I've never seen a lot of people on the stand do is he constantly asks the attorneys to like repeat their questions. I don't know if you watched it, but like he'll ask it more than once. So like, can you read that again? I'm not sure what you're saying. He's such a he reminds me of Mike Ehrmantraut from fucking he reminds not in just look but just the way he handles. He just has this control of the situation. Yeah, dude, I want that guy, and because this guy's fucking awesome. Anyways, it's not looking good for Amber Heard at the moment, but yeah, I mean, how does this deal with Aquaman 2? They should. Yeah, let's go. They shouldn't have had her for Aquaman 2. I think any other. Let's be honest. Any other person who was in. I won't even say the other person. But let's be honest. That's straight up. It's because she's a woman, and what the topic of the whole thing is about. It is because her whole because her whole platform for the whole thing. Remember the op-ed that she wrote in 2016 was all about during the Me Too time. I mean, still is the Me Too time, but it was during that time, and she was trying to get her foot in there in a good way. I mean, again, in her perspective, like a good way. Like I'm trying to bring out these stories. Right. So, like, I don't see WB going, we should fire her for that. That would not look good. Right. Should they have, if it was a man, they probably would have. That's all I'm saying. Well, I mean, again, you look at Amber Heard's career, she's still in things. She's still moving forward. Yeah, she's still moving forward for the most part. So, and again, like, it does seem that there was abuse on both sides. Like, there was, like, verbal abuse. So, like, for sure. One wrong doesn't make a right. Or two wrongs don't make it right, So like Johnny Depp's down in the dumps, and like I said, Walter Hamada said we have considered recasting her, and I think if it comes out and she does lose this case, or it's like I don't know, can you have like a draw in legal cases? Anyway, if it's like a tie where they both have to pay each other a certain amount of money or something like that. I would love it if at court cases if they both no one wins. Yeah, it's like a karate fucking dude. Sudden death. No. Anyway. So good. So if she does lose this thing, I do think it could be bad, and I do think like it puts Warner Bros. And the new Discovery merger in like a sticky situation where they say, "Shit, do we recast her? Like, are fans going to show up?" Because fans are not happy about her sticking around at this moment in time. So again, it's like this kind of sticky situation where, hey, do we recast her, or what does that mean, or how does it work? It's all going to depend on how this goes. If she wins the case, and people largely take that as face value, which I'm sure some people will. No, I don't think WB will. Again, these companies have to sort of go with the flow.
Yeah,
like it's very tough for them
to. It's a tough spot to be in. Yeah, absolutely.
It's a tough spot. And so if there's any inkling that okay, the public thinks they seem to accept that, then we'll keep her on. Yeah. Honestly, I think it's that simple. But it will end up being like, what does it come down to? Yeah, if she does lose the case, and it turns out it's pretty damn clear that she
did abuse him and kind of did.
This was all a lie, right? Like this was all just a lie. Yeah. Then hell yeah, you're gone. Like bye from Hollywood. In fact,
what does that mean for Aquaman 2? If you're James Wan, what do you have to do? Do you recast her and reshoot everything, or do you?
What's that? I don't even remember her character's name, honestly. Like, get rid of the character. What's her name? I don't remember.
Merida, or is that the girl from Brave?
It's the girl from Brave, but it might be her name in this too. I don't know. Jesus,
she had red hair, so maybe
red hair, green outfit.
Oh fuck, you're right.
Yeah, I think that's where your nuclei are going with that. I mean, that makes sense. But who cares? I know. No one. Do we see palpable love between?
Yeah, give me Jason Momoa. I don't need her. It's fine.
We don't need
that
her.
Dude can carry a movie now. We know it.
We don't need her. No. So yeah. Whatever happens, recast her, because in terms of the DCEU, we're fine. We're good.
Yeah. No just one cares. Restart the DCEU. You only have to keep Momoa at this point. If you want to keep Gal Gadot, keep Gal Gadot. But
no, it's gonna be Gal Gadot. Yeah, for sure.
That they keep. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I mean, she's look. Hey, I said it in Red Notice is the best movie we've seen her act in my opinion.
She's having fun.
I thought she was free flowing and having fun. So like,
I agree with that.
Maybe the director needs to change. Maybe who knows? But Wonder Woman 84 wasn't exactly a fantastic film. Anyone that saw that movie?
Oh boy,
she rapes a man. Anyway. That's what she does.
She does. We both said that after that. I'm like, this raped a dude. Like,
yeah, that's like. Wait a minute.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no,
that's exactly what it is.
Objective. I think it's objective fucking truth. Like that's what she did.
Absolutely.
So whatever.
Yeah, but anyway, moving on from that to the last bit of WB news, because it's just not enough apparently. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, look at the talk we're having with MCU, and then look at the talk that we have with DC. Just if that's not enough to say, restart this bitch. Got everybody for all we care. Honestly, at this point, like this is not the type of talk you want.
Keep Pattinson, and then I don't really need Heath Ledger's Joker. Heath Ledger. I'm so
Heath
sorry.
Ledger. Oh no. Oh I'm so God, sorry. Man. Really?
What's his name? Joaquin Phoenix. I didn't really love that movie. Maybe because I thought the movie was fucking sad and depressing, and I was like, God damn, I watched that movie and I'm like, here's a movie I never ever want to watch again, because
it's super depressing.
Yeah,
that's maybe why I loved it so much. I've seen it 3 times now. It's fine.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so the last bit of DC news is Ezra Miller was arrested in Hawaii. Like I said earlier, he was arrested for threatening a couple's life.
If anybody knows too, this is just now a true crime podcast. This is fully a true crime podcast for superheroes. That's what we're doing now.
Apparently he was belligerent and drunk, and he's been harassing this couple. He like barged into their home at one point. The police had warned him before.
Wait,
what?
He went to their home?
He barged into their home.
Oh, he was harassing them.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I thought it was just some like verbal altercation.
It says,
that's some serious shit.
When Miller he barged in on them at their home, and then he started yelling obscenities at one point on a microphone, and then he said, "I will bury you. I will take you out back and bury you and your slut wife."
Sorry, that's not perfect. That's just nuts.
Yeah, he's got some problems. It seems like he's been maybe drinking too much. I'm not sure, but whatever it is, go get help. First of all, second, this is like also DC's in bad straits right now.
This is some bad shit, man.
Yeah, because like you have The Rock, who's like this pillar of the community, and everybody loves him no matter what. So they know that movie's probably going to be a success. But they're sitting there I know for a fact they're in a room right now. Maybe not right now, but like on Mondays and Tuesdays going, what the fuck are we going to do? Are people just going to forget about this in a year? Like someone go talk to him and make sure bring him back to the continental United States and, put him in a room for a little bit and get him into rehab or something. Like they're probably freaking out. And reports are that all Ezra Miller projects are on pause right now, which that's also the Fantastic Beasts movies, which are the worst movies. I hate those movies. Anyway,
the worst. Wow. Okay.
Have you seen those fucking films?
Oh no, I've seen them.
They're so not boring.
They're boring. They're boring.
What?
The worst films. That's a.
Why do I care about Newt Scamander?
Yeah. I mean, the dude got pushed. The dude got pushed out of his own movie for the last 2 movies. So
yeah, now it's about Dumbledore. Anyway,
also,
whatever.
who the fuck could understand what that guy was even saying? I didn't understand.
I never understood anything.
What he was. Eddie went a little bit too far with that.
Eddie ran up. Yeah, whatever. He's a good actor, but the movies.
I love Eddie Redmayne. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway. So those movies, he's paused on that project. Any other projects have been paused. Obviously, this is just rumors. We don't actually know. But yeah, that's really, really bad. Because if you're DC, you're just having a panic attack, I think.
You're having a panic attack. You have like fucking Michael Keaton. I mean, this Flash film, by the way, seems to be like what was going to be their restart film, and like they got fucking Michael Keaton back, like they got a bunch of other freaking Ben Affleck's back. Like this was supposed to be like their No Way Home, and their main star goes and does this. I'm like, I don't know.
Right.
DCU, man. Like I don't hate you, but it's like hard to kind of love you at the same time. Like what's going on? Like I don't know.
And he plays 2 different versions of the Flash in this film, and there's news that they want to bring Superman back, and they're going to introduce Supergirl in this movie, that she was going to be the new Superman going forward. So it just seems like I don't know, if I'm working on this Flash film, it does seem like this is going to get, maybe not. It's going to be like, hey, guess what? Go watch in theaters in 15 days. Go watch it on HBO Max, because
it just has that. The thing is that it just has that much more of a climb to go now. When they thought that they were just getting over,
right?
I'm sure the team have been proud with what they're working on, and now that hill has become a mountain again, and it's just like motherfuck. I'm curious now. Like, well, what do you think they could do? Let's say that they get into a room and they're like, fuck it, throw it all out or something. Or like they gotta like reserve like Gal Gadot.
Well, I think
the players that are working.
Things you could do. Like, I think you're going to get Wonder Woman 3 no matter what. I mean, Patty Jenkins, Wonder Woman 1 was fine. Wonder Woman 2 was absolute trash. Patty Jenkins, I think, has put in a lot of effort, and I think she's dropped. Rumors are that Star Wars Squadron. Yeah, Rogue Squadron's been put on hold so she can completely focus on this. She actually left the Cleopatra film she was going to direct, starring Gal Gadot, to solely focus on Wonder Woman 3. She's bounced out of a lot of projects, so I think they will, and I think they will have Wonder Woman 3 with Gal, and like, it did launch HBO Max. It did kind of send it into a new, actual relevance, I would say. So I think we'll see that. And then all the movies in production, Shazam, I think it will live outside the DCEU for now. Batman as well. And then whatever happens with the Amber Heard case, if they do recast, I won't be completely surprised if they push that back into like July or something. And then The Flash, I think The Flash is just going to live. And then I wouldn't be surprised also if they made Andy Muschietti.
Yeah,
if they made them reshoot the ending, and you saw
I was
the
about
new
to
characters.
say if because again, this movie is supposed to be a bit of a reset, and now they're finding more reasons to reset shit.
Everything, right?
Like, could they use this? Yeah, could they hold the film a little more and then reshoot a bunch of shit so that
like. Do you hold?
Because like, where do you go from here? Like, how do you like present this as the reset, and then, oh fuck, we have other things to reset? Like, what do you do? Like, there's such a. Thing. I feel like there's such a fucking pickle right now.
Right.
Like, what the fuck do you do?
You're like, because you have obviously.
Goddamn.
Batman's fine. Obviously, that worked. The Rock and Black Adam will be fine. We know it. People are going to go see the movie. It is The Rock. non-superhero fans are going to watch that movie because of The Rock. That's what he brings. Shazam, they're setting up Shazam 3, which will be him versus Black Adam. But the bigger MCU films, like, look, I know it's The Rock and I know it's Shazam. They're not bringing $1 billion. They're not. Like Doctor Strange 2 might bring $1 billion because of the rumored cameos, not because of Benedict Cumberbatch and Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
But also Marvel's put in the time and effort to establish these characters. So they have to reboot Superman. They have to reboot. I do think The Flash could be $1 billion property. I do think Aquaman could be $1 billion property. I do think that they'll keep Jason Momoa because people love Jason Momoa, and he's frankly, I wasn't like sold on the casting when I saw him, but when I saw the Aquaman movie, I was like, he's great.
Yeah, he's good.
He's fun. He gets it.
Yeah,
like,
I like watching him.
Yeah, I like watching him. The movie wasn't like my favorite movie of all time.
I didn't like it actually.
I remember you texted me. You were in the Philippines and you texted me. That
you remember that shit. Yeah. I was in the Philippines when I watched it, and that didn't help. I don't see why it would have, but no, it didn't. That movie was really bad, and I got a lot of flack for that. Actually, it was like you're just a DC hater. I'm like, nope, the movie's just not that great, dude. Like it's really not that good.
Yeah. So I think you recast all these leads, and then you build upon what the Batman set in Gotham City there, and you can show a difference. If you have the Batman, the dark, you can do a very bright, hopeful Superman film.
Yeah.
Here's what I think.
Here's what I think they can do as a pretty soft sort of a soft reboot. Just fucking focus on the single films. Just forget about the universe as a whole, and just tell single good stories. That's what's worked for you guys with the Batman. You can clearly see that even without a larger universe promised, people still are interested in these characters, and they will make money at the box office. So fuck it. If you don't want to recast a bunch of people, which I'm sure you won't want to, then just don't even bother trying to get them in the same movies yet. Get them on good adventures on their own, have their own shit together, and then 4 years down the line, do a proper what do you call it?
Start connecting them little by little, sewing them just a little bit. Doesn't have to be big. It's like, oh, did you hear about this incident? Something like that. Little side dialogue, the way it
until
works.
You get your Kevin Feige, right? Or until you get someone who can understand how to get these things together in a proper way. Just fuck all that and just make good films in and of themselves, and then you'll be fine. You'll make money.
Completely agree.
And you'll please the fans, and maybe you'll start casting people who don't get in trouble. Because Jesus Christ. Because I mean, and this is again another testament to really, I think, one of the biggest ninja. Their casting is fantastic. The casting in MCU.
Yeah.
Sarah Haley Flynn. Who is it? I forget her name. I think
something like that. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, give her an Oscar. Fucking give her some of one of the biggest prizes you can find, because Jesus Christ, not only does she nail finding people who nail the characters, but they find just great collaborative people. Just awesome people who are there on the same level as everybody else, and that's it, man.
Simu Liu's not out belligerently telling people to go bury their wives or something. Like they find people have made good decisions with their lives.
Chris Evans Evans did call someone a slut once, though, if you remember that shit.
I don't remember that shit, but
it was a joke.
If Chris Evans told me that, I'd be like, oh fuck, I gotta get the hell out of here. Let me see how big you are. I gotta go. Bye.
Do you remember that though? Do you remember that moment?
Remember that. No.
It was, I forgot what press store it was from, but he was paired with Jeremy Renner. I think it was for the original Avengers. They were like, and he slut shamed Black Widow. As a joke, right? And they got flack for that shit. I'm like, oh, come on, man. Anyways.
Well, can't do anything anymore. Anyway, so that's the state of the DCEU. That's what we'll leave it at.
What a talk for the DC. Who knew that this was
that was 40 minutes of talk right there.
Who knew that was like a big chunk of this week DC talk? Wow, it's
insane what's going on with DC. I hope Warner Bros. Or Discovery, Warner Bros. Whatever the fuck is Warner Discovery gets it figured out, because they are fantastic characters. There's fantastic side characters you can bring in that aren't big in the comics. I mean, you can do so many great things with it. So I hope they get it figured out.
I want a motto next time we hear about this, that DZ's got his DC.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
That way, his last name starts with a Z, right?
Zalas.
Okay.
Yeah, Zalas, something like that. Yeah.
DZ for DC.